Hello everyone, this is Mr. Miller. I'm going to show you how to access a Microsoft Teams meeting through Schoology. So you would go to Student Resources, and in Student Resources you would have to log in to Schoology. So from Buffalo Schools page, Students, you would click on Schoology and log into Schoology. You would have to type in your 900 number. I'm already logged in, so it directly went to where my classes are. I'm going to show courses. I'm going to select one course. In the materials section of each of your courses, a teacher should have created a Teams link. This is the link you would use each time to get into that teacher's synchronous team meeting. So in my case, you would click on, in this case, 7.1 Teams meeting. You're going to get this screen. This is the screen you would get if you have Teams already installed. And if you do, you just click on join and you'll join the meeting. If you do not have Teams installed on your laptop yet, you need to click download the Windows app. It will then download the app. There'll probably be something down here saying that it's downloading. You would then have to open it. If it does not open to then the screen that looks like this, the screen I had a second ago for the meeting, then what you're going to have to do is maybe restart your computer. So I'm just going to click on opening your Teams app because I apparently closed it. So you should eventually get to this screen. This screen will say that when you click join that you're going to have to wait in the lobby for your teacher to let you in. Your teacher will let you in when they look at their list and they see that you are part of that class. So I'm going to click join now. And when it does that, it now takes me into the meeting. So this is the meeting where I would then be presenting how to do the different skills that we're going to have to do for math. When you join this meeting, you want to make sure that you mute yourself. So you would click on mute, which is the little microphone here. And then you would have to obviously unmute if you need to speak or you're called on. You would go here for turn on and off your camera. So say you don't want your camera on, you would click there. The camera has now been turned off. The district recommends that it's up to your preference about having a camera on. For some things, you may be required to have the camera on. So I'm going to show you a different thing that will help you. So if your camera has to be on and you don't want someone to see the background, like you can see the background behind me, you would go here where it says more actions. At more actions, you'll notice there's a whole list of information. So one of the things here would be show background effects. So if I click on show background effects, there are a bunch of optional backgrounds that you can use. If I click on this one, that one will blur out my background where you can still see me. If I go to a different one over here, go to this one with the balloons, and I hit apply. It has this situation. You can always preview too. So you can see over here on the side, it's showing me what my preview is. And if I click a different thing, it shows each of the different ones in preview mode. And then you would hit apply and turn on video. So again, that clearly is not the background of my house. So you see that in the background, it blocks out anything behind you while you're at home on the video. Also in the more actions section, what you want to know and be aware of is you could click here if you had ever see show meeting notes. You could click here if you ever want full screen. You press escape to get back, the escape key on your laptop. Also in the more actions, not that you guys would do this, would be recording the lesson, ending the meeting, turning off incoming video, and stuff like that. Also for us here, we have the raise hand feature. So for the raise hand feature, what you would do is you would click the hand. When you click the hand, it would raise your hand. You can see that it's now white. That notifies the teacher that you have something that you would like to say. If you click on it again, you lower your hand. If you click on this, that's the meeting chat conversation. So in the meeting chat conversation, you can say, hi, how are you? And you can type in comments as necessary. If you use the @ key, so @ I'm going to put Mr. Orlando, who's a co-teacher, @ Mark Orlando. It then puts Mark Orlando and hi, doing a test using Teams. And then that notifies that person directly that you're doing something like that. Another feature they need to be aware of is this participants. So for participants, this would be the list of all the people that are in our meeting. So it would show who's the organizer, who's maybe a co-teacher, but it would list all the students that are also in the meeting. Okay. At the end of every class, your teacher's going to download the attendance list to mark who was present and was not present for the meeting. Another feature that you guys need to be aware of for this is the share screen. So this little box with the arrow, that is if you want to decide that you want to share your screen or a teacher asks you to share your screen. So all you would do is click this button and then it's going to ask you, what do you want to share? Do you want to share the desktop, the window, a PowerPoint that you may have open, the whiteboard that you can then write on and show writing? So collaborate on the whiteboard means anyone can write on the whiteboard, present the whiteboard, only you can edit. So I'm going to do collaborate. So in this situation, then we could write on the whiteboard. You could use that. You could use your finger to write. So multiple options of how you might want to write on the whiteboard and share that with the class. Okay, so to unshare your screen, you would then click this again, and then it would unshare. Right now it's not showing the X because of the fact that I'm actually the one presenting. So those are the different features that you need to know for inside the Microsoft Teams app. On my website, Ms. Jenkins created a nice PowerPoint that goes through everything that we just discussed and I showed you. If you go to my Schoology page here, the PowerPoint, I thought I put up, hold on one second. So it is not up at the moment. I will attach it. I did put it on my school webpage, which there was also a link in materials to get to my school webpage. So if you were to click Mr. Miller's website, this would take you to my website. And on my website, I have a lot of information. The best thing for you guys to do is to go to student resources and then find out which subject you are, so 7th grade or 7th grade advanced, and you would click, and then that'll take you to a home page for that grade where you then have links to each of the modules. And for each of the modules, like if I go to module 1, I have some information in there from Engage New York. I have a link to all the Khan Academy videos in practice for each lesson that we'll be using at some points. I have a link to just regular Khan Academy if you don't want to be using the Word document. But on the home page, there is a link where it says 7th grade information notes. And I do have the Teams PowerPoint here that you would be able to click on. And when you click on that, it'll do the download. And when you do that, you then have the PowerPoint that you can go through page by page, and it shows you each of the different things that we just kind of discussed as we were going through. Hopefully this helps you to get into a Teams meeting. To leave a Teams meeting, what you're going to need to do is go back to our conversation, stop presenting. As you saw over there, it said stop presenting. You'd be back into here, and when you're in here, how you leave a meeting is you would hang up. So you would just click there, and then that is how you would leave. So I have now left that team meeting.